I tread across the foreign land, by the rivers of the sinking sand, and my mission, your works is planned. I and I, brethren, got work to be done. Searching for the last sheep, not even sleep, they sleep, no. Searching for the last sheep, only weep, they weep, yeah. Son of man, of thine own heart, yeah.
Hey, shalom, family at this time. May the peace of y'all be with each and every one of you at this time, brothers and sisters. This is a very important lesson we got to get into. May the peace of y'all come upon you at this time, brothers and sisters, as we go into the very important lesson. Yes, Yah will restore his people. Yes, the Creator will restore his people, brothers and sisters. This is coming at this time from Rz&BMUSIC. They got Jeremiah in the translation, Rz&BMUSIC chapter 30. I'm going to read the whole chapter at this time. There's some very important information I have to share with you here, brothers and sisters at this time. So we're going to get right into it. I'm trying not to make this video too long as possible. I got to cover the whole verse from a recommendation from a brother. So I'm going to bring this forth, brothers and sisters, and this will go right at hand with our time of restoration back to Yah. A part of the prophecy right here, brothers. So let's get right into it, brothers and sisters. Start with verse 1. It says, this is another of Yah messages to Rz&BMUSIC, the prophet. It says, Yah, see the word Lord and God. These two words are added into the text. That's why I just read right over it. It says, Yah of Yashael Yah say, write down for the record all that I have said to you. For the time is coming when I will restore the fortune, which is giving back our wealth that was taken from us because of captivity of my people. He's talking about his nation. It say Yashael Yah, they got Israel, but it's Yashael Yah, upright strength with Yah, and Yah, showing the two nations, showing it's a prophecy for this time because we still known as two nations. But when we get back home, like 37 of Ezekiel shows when the two sticks come back together, when we united back together and get home, we'll be one. See what it say? It say, and Yashael Yah and Yah, and I will bring them home to this land that I gave to their ancestors, fathers, and they shall possess it and live here again. That's all y'all promises. And write this also concerning Yashael Yah and Yah. See, these are these things got into the writing. See how I told them to write this? So they had pens. See, when we came to America, they brainwashed so much. And it made it seem like they were the first one to have pens, everything in America. But that was further from the truth, brothers and sisters. The Europeans want to give themselves credit for all things in existence. But nevertheless, right here, it's saying, even the text I'm reading to you. It says, and write this also concerning Yashael Yah and Yada. Where shall we find peace? You see that? This goes hand with the last video I brought. Where can we find peace? They cry. Why would they say where we can't find peace? Because once you learn we can't keep the Sabbath that I showed in Hosea 12, the feast. Remember, the Sabbath is a day of rest. We don't have rest in captivity. Captivity was for punishment, to correct a nation for their wrongdoings. It wasn't for us to come here and celebrate and have feasts. See, that was where can we find peace? They cried. Remember, this go with also Sophia chapter 3, verse 18. And they mourn for the appointed times. See, when you understand all of these prophecies, and this is our current condition. Where shall we find peace? We, the nation, the one saying that. They cried. there is only fear and trembling do men give birth. Then why do they stand there ashen face? You get that? Ash face. Face like ash. You know, like you burn charcoal and it comes to ashes. Faceless. Why do they stand there ash face? Hands pressed against their side like women's in labor. You see that? You see the terrible things what we go through, brothers and sisters, in these nations. Think about the way we be treated. The troubles we go through, brothers and sisters, dealing with these people. And you see, it's so bad now, so many men is acting like women's brothers and sisters. That's a shame. Think about these things, brothers and sisters, what's going down. So, let me find my place. 7. It's an Alice. In all history, when has there ever been a time of terror such as in that coming? You see that? And we in it. It is a time of trouble for my people. See, you see that? For Yaakov, such as they have never known before, yet Barah will rescue them for on. So keep that in mind. That day, says Yah of hosts, I will, you see, he will break the yoke from the neck. He said he would break the yoke from their neck, which is captivity, the bondage, and snap their chains, and foreigners shall no longer be their master, which is rooted. See that? So we're in this time. It said we're at the time. That's why all this knowledge is going out now, brothers and sisters. Remember, can they rise from the grave of exile? 30. See, when the knowledge is coming back to us, which is we in the time now, the chains will snap from our necks, spiritually, and we will be free from the foreigners, shall no longer be their master. See, we in the time now, for they shall serve Yah their Barah. You get that? How do we serve Yah? By keeping his laws. See, you can't serve him if you don't go back walking in his ways. There's only one way to serve him, by obeying him. And to obey him is to keep his laws, statutes, and judgments. So we got to return home. Remember, Yah restore his people, his nation. And listen, let's go read that again. For they shall serve Yah, their Barah, who is creator, and Dawid, their king. We got a footnote. Let me read the rest of it first. Whom I will raise up for them, says Yah. The footnote right here say the Messiah, Dawid's greatest son, whom Barah has raised up for them. That's what they got in the footnote. This haven't never come to pass yet, brothers and sisters. I read you in the Rz&BMUSIC 23, 4 and 5. You can find right there. It's a branch that comes from Dawid. Name is Yaziquah. Even they confirmed that even more in Ezekiel chapter 37. So with that, they continue. So we know Dawid, their king, or the seed of Dawid, their king, right here, whom I will raise up for them, says Yah. But right here it says, I will raise up Dawid, their king. So it's Dawi that king, and some translators say the seed of Dawi, like down the bottom is referred to. Depends on if it's Dawi or even from his seed that is already in the earth that is born. So his seed is still in the earth. But the king that comes from his seed has not been born yet and not been put into his office yet. Even if he is born, he don't have that office yet, because that won't go back till we get back home. Y'all will appoint him into that spot. So keep that in mind. So right there, let me keep reading and say, so don't be afraid, O Yaakov, my servant. See, when you say about right here, oh Yaakov, my servant, talking about the whole 12 tribes. So let me keep reading. My servant, don't be dismayed, O Yashayel Yah, for I will bring you home again from distant lands. You get that? And your children from their exile. You see that? And they shall have, I can't see that word, they shall have rest. See right there? See, when we get home, we're going to have our rest. Not in America. In none of these foreign lands will we have our rest. You always got to keep that in mind and be on guard and quiet in their own land. You see that, brother and sister, right there? You think y'all lying, you're going to fool yourself. You will never get justice in America, because Abiyah already said it in his word. And people go to court. You're wasting your time going to court. If you notice, everything you do, you're fighting with this government for rights, and you're wasting your time. You're not going to get it. You can try it, but you're going to keep failing and keep dying. It said, and no one shall make them afraid, for I am with you, and I will save you. See, we are saved when we get home, but when we in the process of being delivered and united together, that's a working process of salvation. The save, when you say saved, that's the finished product of salvation. Salvation is deliverance. That means you go into a process. You deliver it. That means you go from one position to the next place till you get home. When we ultimately get home, we saved. That means it's finished. The process of salvation is over. That means you saved. That's the future tense. The end of it, saved. See, you delivered. So right here, it said, and I will save you. Say, Yah. Even if I utterly destroy the nations. I'm reading this, if you don't know, from the Living Bible paraphrase translation, in case you read a little different from yours. So he say he's going to save us, even if he utterly had to destroy the nations where I scattered you. See, showing that if they try to interfere with our rally that's coming soon, they will be destroyed in the process. He said, well, I scattered you. He said, I will not exterminate you. See, which is completely wiped with salt. He said, only 2/3 would pass. He said, I will punish you. Yes, you will not go unpunished. See, the judgment came before he actually put him out. Remember, I was telling them these things, and he sure punished us. But we at the end of we at the end now. The knowledge is given now. It said, for your sins is a incurable bruise, a terrible wound. He said, there is no one to help you or to bind up your wound, and no medicine does any benefit. All your lovers have left you. See, all the ones our people turn to worship, they are idols, left them, and don't care anything about you. You see that, brothers and sisters? All the nations our people turn isn't any more. For I have wounded you cruelly, as though I were your enemy. You see that? Mercilessly. See? As though I were a implacable foe. See? For your sins are many, and your guilt is so great. You see? He said, why do you protest your punishment? You see that? He said, why do you protest your punishment, which it was deserving? Because that was a part of the covenant. It said, your sins is so scandalous that your sorrow should never end. It is because your guilt is great that I have had to punish you so much. You see that, brothers and sisters? And he shall punish us over 2,000 years, 2,700 years for the northern nation, around 2,500 years for the southern nation, which is Yada. He said, but in that coming day, all who are destroying you shall be destroyed, and all your enemies shall be slaves. Those who rob you shall be robbed, and those attacking you shall be attacked. And I will give you back your health again and heal your wounds. He said, now you are called the outcast. See, we are called the outcast. And Yashalom, the place nobody wants. He said, but say Yah, see, Yashalom now is not the one they call Jerusalem. But nevertheless, he said, but I say Yah, when I bring you home again from your captivity and restore your wealth, see, Yashalom will be rebuilt. See, it got to be rebuilt when we get home upon her ruins. See, so it gonna still, when we get home, Yashalom city is still gonna be in the ruin. We got to rebuild it. The palaces will be reconstructed as it was before. The city will be filled with joy and great thanksgiving. You see that? And I will multiply my nations, which is talking about people, and make of them a great honor nation. And their children shall prosper as in David's reign. You see that? And their nations shall be established before me. You get that, brothers and sisters? A little bit more to read. It said, and I will punish anyone who hurts them. And they will have their own ruler again. You see that? See, when we get home, when the ruler gonna come back again, remember the prince I was telling you about? They're gonna prepare the offerings for us, the sin offering. See, at that time we will have our ruler. It's nobody else coming between. There's no ruler, no Messiah coming to save us. Right here in the prophet, plain the text, and they will have their own ruler again. See, when we get home, and he says, he will not be a foreigner, and I will invite him. See how the Abiyah got to invite him? He said, Abiyah said he going to invite him to be a priest. You see that? The ruler, the king, the Messiah, Abiyah as well going to invite him to be a priest at my slaughter place at Arches. Remember, I read to you that in Ezekiel 44 in the last video. where it talk about the prince gonna prepare the offering is right here. See, the priest at my altar with the slaughter place, and he shall approach me. For who would dare to come unless invited? He's saying, you shall be my people, and I will be your Barak. I got a little bit more. How much more ago? One more verse. It says, suddenly the devastation whirlwind of Yah roars with fury, and it shall burst upon the heads of the wicked. And Yah will not call off the furiousness of his wrath until it has finished all the terrible destruction he has planned. Later on, you will understand what I am telling you. You see that, brothers and sisters? The understanding comes, the knowledge, the wisdom coming of Yah, brothers and sisters, showing you, plainly the time when we're going to have. Even Daniel show you these things, how the Messiah going to come to him. And not only that, the mighty king's going to bring the Messiah to Yah to be appointed even as this priest and get this office as Kohan. See, brothers and sisters, all of these things we must know, and all these things we had time when we unite, we'll cover these things over and over and over till we all know these things. So we'll all be on one accord. That's why the rally, if we look at the in-depth meaning of the rally, it means organize. Yes, to get organized, to become one, to be in unity, to migrate together, all the way back to the wilderness to see Yah, and Yah going to set us apart to him to go back home. With that, Todah Yah.